Welcome to Tommy's Reptiles, a channel dedicated to all things reptiles, where I create content showing my pet reptiles, reptiles in the wild, and my reptile DIY projects. Check out my shirt. Just thrilled to see you. In today's video, we're gonna be hanging out with my frilled dragons. These frilled dragons currently live inside my reptile room, but we're gonna bring them outside, let them stretch their legs out, get some entertainment, and we're gonna give them something to eat. Real quick, I'll show you where I'm currently keeping these frilled dragons, and I'll show you where I'm gonna move these frilled dragons to. So right now, I currently house them in this enclosure. If you follow the channel, you've seen it before. It's about, I wanna say, I think 3.5 feet long, almost 4 feet high, and then like 2.5 foot in depth. So these guys have been in here for a while, but I just feel like it's not quite big enough for them. They have a couple basking spots, one under the heat bulb, one under the UVB bulb, a little nest box down there, but they need way more stuff to climb on, and I just want them to have a bigger enclosure before I eventually move them outside. So let me go show you what their new enclosure is gonna look like, and then we'll bring them outside. So this big enclosure that's currently just sitting in my living room, temporarily, of course, this is a 4x4 dubia roach enclosure. It's 2 foot in depth, and it's going to be a nice upgrade for these frilled dragons until I move them outside. But it's pretty spacious, and I have a Universal Rocks background insert that I'm going to put for the background, so they'll be able to crawl all over the background, and then I'm just going to add a bunch of vertical climbs for them to hang out on. And I can't wait to show you guys that setup when it's complete. So first, we're going to take out my male frilled dragon, Squishy. We're gonna let him get some exercise and give him something to eat. And then we'll bring out the female. I couldn't tell if she was laying eggs last night or not. I gotta check, but sometimes when she's only laid eggs a couple times, but see how her belly kind of looks like it's there's like wrinkles on it or whatever, because it might have been filled with eggs. So I gotta check the egg box, and I'll bring her outside anyway and give her some food. But let's bring Squishy out real quick in the meantime. I'm outside with Squishy. I'm gonna put him on the ground and let him just hang out and get some real UV from the sun. Actually, I'll put him on this Universal Rocks background, see what he does. Here you go, buddy. That's gonna be in his enclosure, so get used to it, pal. Good boy, Squish. So he is a full-grown adult Indonesian frilled dragon. I've had him for, wow, I want to say I've had him for 5.5 years now. I got him when he was pretty much a hatchling. He was tiny, and he's just such a well-behaved lizard. Sometimes when he's outside, he gets a little spicy. You guys may or may not see that today. But when he's in his enclosure, he just lets me pet him, and he just wants food and all that good stuff. But outside, you know, he's afraid of birds. He probably sees this bird up here chirping away, even though it's not a threat to him. But you know, these guys are afraid of predatory birds because they're from Australia, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea. But they all, I think, originate from Australia. So they have to run across big open fields and stuff and avoid getting taken by birds. Right, Squish? All right, let's get you something to eat, buddy. Yeah, I'm getting you grasshoppers, hold on! I feed them these grasshoppers once in a while. I don't think they're the best for them, but it's good to switch up their diet. You know, I give them real live crickets, mealworms, hornworms, all that stuff. Once in a while, a frozen thawed mouse. But these things are nice just to change it up, and they're convenient. So once in a while, you don't have to have a bunch of crickets hopping around. You can just give them some grasshoppers. I'm actually gonna throw that top one out because I don't know what that white stuff is, but the other ones look good. Yeah, I don't know, grasshoppers. Grab that hopper, bud. There you go. That's a good boy, Squish. Good boy, buddy. We'll probably give him like 4 or 5 of these things. Good job, buddy. Don't miss that piece. There you go. Yeah, these guys are definitely my favorite lizards. I don't understand why. I mean, I don't think they're underrated. I think a lot of people just don't really know about them too much because they're not pushed out in the pet trade, which is a good thing, like bearded dragons. But they are awesome. Definitely my favorite lizard. I don't know if you guys can see it because it's kind of bright out here, but his whole entire, he's got like an orange brown hue all over his scales right here, and it just looks awesome. His frill is also orange. You know, a lot of people are all about the Australian frilled dragons. Don't get me wrong, they're awesome too, especially the ones that are native there, that are like black and yellow and all that. But I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter if they're Indonesian, Papua New Guinea, or Australian. They're all just the same level of cool to me. So, all right, buddy. We got him up on my shoulder now. Come on, bud. You got it? Don't hit my ear, buddy. Don't bite my ear, pal. That would hurt. Come here, Squishy. Come here, buddy. Come on, bud. Come on, buddy. Here, bud. Good boy, Squish. So awesome. Love this guy. All right, we're gonna bring him in and then go get his girlfriend and see what happens with her. He's more used to being outside because I've been with him for 6 years, and I've been with her for about, I wanna say almost 2 years, but she's always been a little skittish. The guy who had her before me didn't really handle her too often, so let's get her outside, and if she gets too stressed out, we'll bring her back in. All right, let's put Squishy back up here under the UVB. Climb on, bud. Good job, pal. And let's get his girlfriend. Give me a girl. All right. Let's go. All right, we're outside with her. Looks like she's got a shed. I might have to give her a nice soak. But yeah, I don't know. It looks like she just laid eggs. She lost some fat over here and all that, and this is a little wrinkly. So that means to me that, because she was just plump like maybe 2 or 3 days ago, so I really got to check for eggs. But I'm going to try the same thing that I did with Squishy. I'm going to place her down right here, and hopefully she'll remain calm and I can get her to eat. It's okay, girl. It's all right. Let's see. There you go. Good job. Good job. See, nothing to worry about. Just had a couple grasshoppers in the sun. Good girl. It's okay. Yeah, every time I make any kind of movement, you can tell she gets real freaked out, which is understandable, but I want to get her used to being outside, getting this perfect amount of sunlight. It's so good for them. But yeah, it looks like there's something up with her shedding back here. Might have to just give her a long soak. I'm really gonna fill her up though today, because if she did lay eggs, she needs some more energy. Here you go, girl. Chomp it down. It's not polite to eat with your mouth open. Yeah, she's also used to me handling her like when she's in her enclosure and all that stuff, but outside, you know, she's obviously on high alert. There you go. But she is about, I think she's about 3.5 years old. So, she's a perfect match for Squishy. She's also an Indonesian full-grown female frill dragon. And you couldn't really see Squishy's frill in the video a little bit, but A lot of times you could tell the difference between a male and a female because females frills are quite smaller typically. Doesn't mean that they're always smaller, but usually they're smaller, and then their heads are a lot smaller. As you can see, Squishy's like jaws and everything were huge, and she's kind of you know, more on the thinner face side. She's getting a little angry, but there's her frilling out. I've changed her position and she seems to be a little freaked out about me, so I'm gonna go back to where I was, and it looks a little, I thought she'd be calming down. It is cool to see them frill out, but you know, obviously they're stressed out, and I don't want her to be stressed, especially if she just had babies and everything. But it's cool to see it once in a while. You know, I haven't seen it, but in the wild, I mean, I'm sure these lizards use their frills probably almost every day because they're always escaping predators. This is a trick that I've always done with my frilled dragons. If they are frilled up, you can kind of distract them by putting food in their mouth, and then they're like, ooh, food, that's yummy. And then it kind of distracts them, calms them down a bit. I'm gonna give her one more. Come on, girl, calm down, it's okay. And then we'll bring her right inside. Good girl. You did great. I wanted to leave her out here for, come on. I wanted to leave her out here for longer, but is the wind making you freaked out? Yeah, she's not used to feeling the wind. But we gotta get you moved out here eventually, so you're not so skittish. Come on. I'll bring her inside. Yeah, I wanted to leave her out a little longer, but the sun keeps getting covered by clouds. Yeah, I usually like to try to get them out for 30 to an hour, you know, at least a couple times a week if I can. And once, you know, I should start just putting them in this enclosure. This used to house my adult half Australian, half New Guinea male who passed away, and it's just been empty ever since. So maybe I'll start doing that. Maybe I'll start putting them in this enclosure, you know, for 4 hours every day in the sunlight. That'd be great. All right, let's get her inside. Come on, girl. Come on, climb up. It's okay. Easy, girl. I don't want her to like run and jump around and really stress herself out. Let's go bring her inside and see if she wants something to drink. All right, we'll put her right back on this basking spot, and then we'll see if these guys want something to drink, and then that'll be a wrap. Sir Squishy, would you like a drink? It looks like no. Madam, I'm gonna get her a nice little rinse, help her shed a little bit. I need to get a spray bottle that doesn't spray so hard, so I kind of let it run over her forehead and drip into her mouth, and you can see she's taking little sips. And I'll just let her drink until she stops taking sips, which it looks like she did. Okay, guys. What are you doing, Squishy? Let's close you up. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching Tommy's Reptiles.